Good afternoon. Today is Saturday, February 15th, and we have lots of birthdays today. Today is Ava Benscoder's birthday. Hopefully I said that right, Ava. I hope so. I put it in my calendar, kind of phonetic, the right way to say it. Hopefully I said it the right way. So Ava, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ava. Happy birthday to you. It's also Suzy Lowder, Lowder, Suzy, Suzy, Suzy. Oh, my hair. Oh, my goodness. I know, we can't go a day without me showing you something about my hair. Anyway, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Suzy. Happy birthday to you. Also, Danny Honig, Hoenig. Danny. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Danny. Happy birthday to you. Margaret Lizotte, Lizotte. Margaret, you know what? For some reason, I think I sang to you earlier in the week, but I could be wrong. But I got you on my birthday calendar for today. So let me know if I'm right or wrong or mistaken. I don't like to know that I'm wrong. Margaret, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Margaret. Happy birthday to you. And Heather List. Heather, it's your birthday. The easiest name today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Heather. Happy birthday to you. Well, I hope all 5 of you have a great birthday today. But there's a heavenly birthday today because today is Brittany's birthday. And Brittany is Carrie over at Carrie's Priceless Journey. Her daughter who left us much, much, much too soon. But I know she still celebrates Brittany's birthday. So, Christy, I wanted to acknowledge Brittany's birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brittany. Happy birthday to you. Well, I hope you have good memories of Brittany today. As you can see, it stopped snowing. It's about 1:30. It started about 6 o'clock this morning. I would say we probably got an additional maybe 2 or 3 inches. I would say 2 inches. They say by the time it's all said and done, we're supposed to have up to 10 inches on the ground. So we supposedly, according to the weatherman, we got 4 inches the other day. I don't know where they measure from, but I think we might have had 3. So we might end up with 3 today, and then we're supposed to get another 3 or 4 inches tomorrow. We're in this little lull period right now. They said you could probably shovel your snow because it's going to rain then this afternoon and turn into freezing rain and then go back to snow. Only in Michigan. Well, I shouldn't say only in Michigan. I know Edie's gotten her share of snow this year. I know the East Coast. I think New Jersey, that usually doesn't get a lot of snow. I think they got more snow this year than they normally do. I think everybody just got a lot of snow. But you know what? When I was growing up, I always remember there snowed. There was always snow, it seems like. We used to put our Christmas decorations out, and we had a Santa sleigh with 2 reindeer that we used to put on the front lawn. And by the time the time came to take all the decorations down, we had to leave the Santa sleigh in the ground until almost Easter because it froze into the ground with all the snow. We couldn't get it up. I don't remember. Those are, maybe it's just my memory, but I just seem to remember growing up that we had a lot more snow. We used to build snow forts and snowmen and have snowball fights. And I used to be one of those rugged kids. No, rambunctious kids. I used to be one of those kids that used to grab onto the back of the bumpers of the cars and let them pull me along. How dangerous was that? I did that though. Obviously my mother didn't know. I know one time we were doing it. There was 3 or 4 of us, and we were doing it. And the guy got out of the car, and we were so scared. We started running, and the man ran after us. We thought, he's an old man. He's not going to catch us. Oh my gosh, he almost caught us. He must have been in his 20s. We were 10, 11 years old. So he almost caught us. It's so we looked out for his car. And I'm thinking, you probably did it yourself. What are you talking about? But we did so much. I don't know. We used to play baseball, and then there was on the corner. So the one corner was first base, and then the other corner was second, and then third, and then home. And I had so much fun growing up. I really did. The only time I see kids in my neighborhood is when the bus comes in the morning. Well, I don't see them in the morning. I'm still in bed. Who am I talking about? Geez, Sandy. Tried to pull the wool over your eye on that one, didn't I? But when they get off of school, when I sit here and I can see out the window because the bus stop is next door, I see all these kids and I'm thinking, where are you all during the day? I don't see you. There's probably, I would say probably like in the morning. Well, we don't have an elementary school bus. They pick you up for kindergarten, but one year they pick you up and one year they drop you off. You don't get both ways. So you either have to bring your child to kindergarten or pick them up from kindergarten. It depends on how the year falls. But middle school and high school, they do pick up because the schools are not close. And I would say for middle school, I probably see, I would say at least 10 or 12 kids easily from my bus stop. And there's a bus stop at this end of the street and there's another bus stop on the other end of the street. And then there's bus stops around the block. So it's not like they all got to come to this side of the block to get on the buses. And then the high school, I would say there's probably 6 or 7 easily. And I'm thinking, I don't see not nary one of you out ever. I see the little ones like across the street. I do see them. Most of them get driven to school. A couple of them walk to school, but a couple of them ride their bikes. I don't know. When we watched David and Alyssa both in the morning, Alyssa went to a different school, so Jim had to drive her to school. But David used to ride his bike to school, because we just registered him into the school that was close to us. And but he rode his, unless it was like really bad weather, then Jim drove him. But he always rode his bike. It's not that far to the school. It's less than a mile. It's really just at the end of the block and a block over. But like walking it, it's probably, I would say, half a mile, if that. But I've caught up on all my YouTube videos. I saw that Lainey and Terry Weeks have new videos up that I got to watch. So I don't have to watch them. I enjoy watching them. I should put it that way. I enjoy watching them. I'm going to watch those 2 videos. And then I haven't watched The Traders yet from this week. I want to watch that. And then I also want to watch The Pet, which is on Max. I like that. And then I'm going to see if I can get the Angel Network, because there's a movie with Pierce Brosnan called The Last Rifleman. And I saw little clips of it on Facebook. And it looked interesting. And I looked on my phone to put the app up. And the app on my phone is free, but I don't know about if you watch the movies. You might have to pay for the movies. If I have to pay to see the movie, I'm not going to be paying to see the movie. And then, what else? Yeah, I think that's it. Jim's working on the puzzle now. I get a little aggravated with him because I sorted out my tray with all my pieces for my end of the puzzle where the clocks are. But it kind of comes to where his part of the puzzle is too. And he took all of my trays that I had sorted already. And then, so I said, well, can I have that one tray because I want to work on my area over here. He was like, I thought, fine. I'll just go do my video. It's not worth getting into an argument over the puzzle. But, I mean, he didn't have anything else to do. And I have my video I could have done. So I thought, well, I'll just do that. That's not a big deal. And I'll get back to it when he's done. But we're making great progress. I really do think we'll finish the puzzle today, and I'll show you that tomorrow. And then we have 2 more puzzles. I don't know that we'll get both of them done before the end of the year, but I know we're going to do 1 more after this. We always do 3. So I got 1 more puzzle for sure to do. And then, yeah, I can't think of anything else that I really want to do today. I just stay in. I'm sure one of my neighbors will come and shovel the snow, unless the He-Man Jim, who gets bored. That's why another reason I didn't want to have him take away from the puzzle, because he'll go out and shovel the snow. We have a snowblower, and Jim says that the snowblower does all the work, but you still got to push it. It's not like a self-propelled one. I don't think we have. I could be wrong. Mistaken. There we go again, thinking I'm wrong. I could be mistaken, but I don't think ours is a self-propelled one. But, I hear a snowblower. Maybe one of my neighbors is going to come over and do it. But like you can see, I don't know if you can see. I'll try to, I think Jason's shoveling his snow. So, there's people, there's motion at your front door. Somebody's shoveling my snow. They are shoveling my snow. So, I tell you, the best neighbors ever. I can't ever complain about my neighbors. I would never want to move, ever. And if anything happened to like me or Jim and I was here alone, I would feel secure knowing that I'm safe with my neighbors that would watch over me. Because they're watching over me now when I'm pretty much able to take care of myself, and they're taking care of me now. So, best neighbors in the world. Couldn't ask for better. I've had my share of crappy neighbors. George, the one neighbor we had, was, he was like a nut. Oh, Jim's coming. I hear him. Here he comes. Just a minute. Who's here shoveling?
Jason.
Oh, okay. I'll mention him on Facebook then.
Hmm?
I'll talk about it on Facebook then. Jason's over here doing it. I figured he would. He's such a nice guy. But anyway, the one neighbor we had, his name was George. He was awful. I would grow like cucumbers along the fence, and what he would do is he'd pull the leaves onto his side of the when they were little tiny little cucumbers. I had enough that it didn't really bother me, but it was just kind of, if you would have asked me, I would have just gave them to you. He would pull the cucumbers over to his side of the fence and take them. Okay, I don't care. He'd reach over and grab my tomatoes. And he complained about everything. He complained about Jimmy. He couldn't stand Jimmy. He just didn't like Jimmy. One time we had the police, I know I've told this before, but one time the police came to the door and they said they wanted to see my son Jimmy. And I go, my son Jimmy? Why? And he says, well, we've gotten numerous complaints from your neighbor about him. And I went, for what? And he says, being a vandal. And I go, a vandal? I want to get into this. So I called Jimmy down and he comes down. He was like 5. And the police officer said, this is Jimmy? I said, this is Jimmy. He says, well, what are you doing to antagonize your neighbor? And Jimmy says, I don't think I do anything. I just go down to see my friend Nick and I don't know what's going on. And he says, well, let me go talk to him and see what the complaint is about. So then he goes over there and then he comes back and he says, you don't need to worry about it anymore. And I go, what was he complaining about? Well, he didn't like the fact that your son walked across his snow and left footprints in the lawn. Because Jimmy used to take a shortcut rather than go down to the sidewalk. He just run across everybody's front lawn, even in the spring and the summer. And I kept telling him, don't do that. But Jimmy went to his own drummer. But he said he kind of wanted him to come back and replace the snow. He was mentally ill. I mean, I didn't know that at the time, but afterwards we kind of figured that out. Before we moved in, his father had died. We never saw his mother. It was kind of like Psycho. We could supposedly hear his mother talking to him all the time, but never when he was outside. He would be in the house and you could hear her, but you never saw her, you never heard her, nothing. But the neighbors had said that when his father died, they never put him in a funeral home. They just left him at home. And then when it was time to get him buried or whatever, or cremated, I don't know what they did, they came and they took him and she walked out with him to the hearse, went back in the house and nobody ever saw her ever again. Never saw her again. And then when we had moved at the time and a friend of ours was renting the house and he got into an altercation with the police department and he was like firing and shooting at them and he set his house on fire with himself inside it. And he died, but he was mentally ill. But at the time, I just thought he was a nut. So he just was aggravating. He used to get up early in the morning and he used to put a radio underneath our bedroom window, like at 5 o'clock in the morning, and put it full blast. But not on the station, a little bit off the station. And Jim worked midnights until he slept during the day. And we couldn't really call and complain because there's no noise complaint during the day. And that's just the way the bedrooms were situated. It was an awful time we were there. All of our other neighbors were really nice, but he was a nut. He was just aggravating. But so I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna have to eat today. I have a half of a pork chop left over from the other day, and I know it sounds really odd, but I'm gonna have a salad and I'm gonna cut the pork chop up and put that in my salad for my protein. And then I have some cottage cheese and I have a little bit of pineapple left. I'm gonna have that. And for breakfast, I'm just going to have a bowl of oatmeal, maybe a slice of toast and a banana. So that's my big day. There's Jason. See him? Nice neighbors. I'm telling you, best neighbors ever. So, okay, well, that's going to do it. I'm going to stay in today, not go anywhere. So like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.